Hello, welcome to another fight review. This is Gennady Golovkin versus Antoino Rubio. So Antoino Rubio and Gennady Golovkin fought this past Saturday for the WBA and RBO middleweight titles, and also the WBC interim middleweight title belt as well. Rubio failed to make the 160-pound weight limit, and in the end had to kind of relinquish the WBC interim belt and another two belts went on the line for him because he failed to make the weight. The fight still went on. He had a hefty fine, so the fight was still on because it would be a bit pointless if they cancelled it because he didn't make weight. So anyway, going into the fight, Golovkin I knew was going to win it quite easily. 17 knockouts in a row. He's the best fighter in the middleweight division, so I knew it was going to be an easy fight for him. No offense to Rubio, he's a good solid fighter, tough, Mexican, as we do know. He's got good power, and he's had a lot of losses on his record, and when he's gone up in class he's always, in my view, failed. Kenny Pavlik, Julio Chavez Jr. were the two biggest fights I think which he both, that I know of, which he lost, so I didn't really give him much chance. I mean, yeah, he was taller than Golovkin, I think, which might help him for his reach and maybe the weight, because he's a lot more heavier than Golovkin when the fight came around. But I don't think that would really help him, as Golovkin was superior in most categories. So as the fight started, I knew it was going to happen, and I didn't expect it happen so quickly. First round, it was actually quite surprising. Golovkin was willing to trade with Rubio, but in the second round, Golovkin came alive, caught him a really good uppercut, hurt Rubio quite badly, fell onto the ropes, and then Golovkin pulled off a really good punch, which I find really hard to do, which you don't really see a lot of boxers do. He knocks out Golovkin with a right overhand left, which obviously Golovkin is a orthodox, and he had left hand forward, right hand back, so he overhand left him and caught him flush on the head when it was at his front foot forward, which normally generated mostly power from your backhand. So I was really surprised he could generate that much power, and it just shows you that how much power Golovkin actually has in both hands, both heavy-handed, and he got knocked out. Personally, I think Rubio could have maybe got up a bit quicker, but looking back at it now, maybe he just didn't fancy getting outboxed and just outfought for the entire remainder of the fight. He got a hefty fine, no titles on the line, lost his interim belt that I do know of. I think he lost it at the weigh-in, and he's dealing with a guy who's going to beat him anyway, and he's already losing. So I think maybe he knew he was way out of his league. Maybe that's why he didn't really try hard enough to get up. So Antoino Rubio went to, I think, 56, 8 and 52 knockouts, and Golovkin has now gone up to 31-0 with 27 knockouts, 80 knockouts in a row. He said after the fight he wants to fight Mika Cotto. That's not going to happen. I think Mika Cotto, there's been a lot of rumours going around he's going to go back down to like middleweight and fight the likes of Canelo Alvarez and who else was it? I think that's all I know of so far, Canelo Alvarez. And I kind of feel sorry for Golovkin because he's a really good fighter, he's the best in the division. And there's no real big tests, like I think he has to go up or go down a division to get the real big fights. The Canelo Alvarez's, Andre Wars, Carl Froch, Chavez Jr., even though they're in both weight division, left him the fight, nothing was done. So I just think Golovkin has to think hard now about what he wants to do in the next part of his career. I mean, he's 32 years old now, just to really think hard about where he wants to go in the remainder of his career. But great win, good knockout, and he's still the best middleweight in the world, one of the best fighters in the world currently at the minute. Great record, 8 wins in a row. Nobody really gave him Rubio a chance, and the prediction they gave him was correct. So this has been my Gennady Golovkin, Antoino Rubio fight review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.